And yes, that is the Bill of Rights you reading there. We've come across a roadside attraction oddity. Roadies, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. Where have you been all my life? Many thanks for being here. For today's great adventure, we find ourselves here in Winter Park, Florida at the Flag House, formerly owned by George C. Walker. And it's got a lot of history and a big story behind it. So the flag is in distress. That's why it looks like it's upside down, but it's in distress. And this one as well. And check out the house. It is painted. They painted it in 1978 in protest of their father, who was discharged but had his name need to be cleared. And I'm going to talk to the son. He's going to tell me everything about it. And check out the bottom of the flag, the base there, all the sandbags. The flag now stands at 35 feet tall, but at one time it was 90 feet tall, and that's what they arrested him for, to have flying the flag upside down, or as we know, distress. There's another one right there. Okay, I've met the son of George C. Walker, Jeff Walker, and he's going to explain better than I could ever explain what the situation is behind this house.
We've been trying to get my parents' names cleared since 1966, and the federal government refuses to do so. But their names is a crime against humanity to label a sane individual as insane. And they labeled my dad as paranoid type of defect after 25 years in outstanding service for our country. Today they're both buried in Arlington National Cemetery in Section 60, and we're still trying to get their names cleared today.
Well, I appreciate the insight on that. He was our Army, our Air Force intelligence officer, correct?
That's correct.
Wow.
25 years he spent, and his name's the most important thing to him, and that's what he wanted, was his honor restored.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for the insight. I'm going to do some video around and show this house around. I think it's really neat, and it drew me here for that story, so I really appreciate your time, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
On the internet, it's funny. It says it's above the sea. It's the #1 tourist attraction.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. I was talking to a friend of the family also. So the Bill of Rights is your first in the Constitution. You too, thank you. It's the first 10 amendments in the Constitution. It's the Bill of Rights there. And check out the painting. So like I said, this painting's held up since '78. People are really friendly. They wanted to tell the story, and I wanted to hear. I feel lucky to hear it from them. Here we have another sign in the front yard here. It's called the TheDreyfus Syndrome, the character liquidation. And you can read that, pause and read it. But basically, Grover was trying to clear his name, and they were assassinating his character, as you can read there. All right, Jeff is going to explain these pictures he brought up nicely. He's such a nice man. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, the first one's my mom at Arlington, where she's at right now with my dad. They're both buried in Section 60. And the second one right here is the whole family when we went to jail for the flagpole. And that's my sister, my dad, my mother, my brother Gary, James, myself, John, and my sister Mary.
Now you guys got arrested for this flagpole right here?
Right.
And what was the reason for it, he said?
They said it was too tall and they had to come out there and cut it down. But my mom did 6 months and my dad did 6 months for flagpole.
Wow.
Yeah. And here's Mom in front of the White House, 9/11, when she was telling a bunch of protesters that leave that the president had a job to do. And this is when Afghan war just began.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you. So yeah, so they painted the house. It's draped with American flags. And here is your flag house. And on the mailbox is "One Nation Under God." And Grover C. Walker passed away in July of 2005. And another story that they told me was the house got raided by SWAT back in March of 1985 over some bonfire situation. They've had some run-ins with the city and the federal government, and all Grover Walker wanted to do is clear his name. Again, he was labeled as a crazy, and he wasn't, he said. He was just showing corruption and basically a whistleblower. Nowadays, we protected by the Whistleblower Act. I don't know. But he stood for something. And like Thomas Jefferson once said, if you don't stand for something, you can fall for anything. So I've got to respect it. I got to respect it. And I appreciated their time and Very nice people. Just a regular neighborhood in Winter Park. Man standing up for his cause, his belief. Was he a patriot or was he a pariah? And that, my friends, is going to wrap it up here at the Flag House in Winter Park. What an experience. Great conversation I had. I really appreciate Jeff and his friend giving me some insight. It's better than reading online here, you know, second person. I guess they have his son, so instead of first person since he's passed. But please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my socials. And as always, take care, be safe. Until next time,